Connection. 2 days before the Synergia incident. You called me, didn't you? And I heard you. Kira. Every day I wake up a bit earlier. Yeah, I feel like I slept a lot more. Whatever, gives me more time to get ready. Head to the bathroom, ready to take a shower. Turn the lights, but instead of the usual white, the room is completely surrounded in a purple glow. Rose shows up by the door. Celia, are you okay? You were awake? Of course I'm fine. What's wrong? Look at my feet and see a trail of blood that goes back to my futon. Bullet hit my shoulder when I ran away with Mara. Joints are bleeding all night. Shit. It's been a while since something like this happened. Fine, don't worry. Just my pathetic arm. Skin junctions are old, so they tend to bleed if I stress it too much. I'll help you clean it up. Take off your pajamas. Yeah, it's my turn to get naked in front of her. Grab the food and toss her in the washing machine. Need to take off my shirt to let Mara help me clean my wounds. Much to my chagrin. Do you think you'll be alright? You can stay home today. I'll be fine. It's not the first time something like this has happened. I'm sorry. Didn't want to make such a mess. You don't need to apologize. Do my usual routine before I leave the house for the work van. Meantime, Mara starts to clean up my mess. Get a notification on the holonet. They're waiting for me. I open the door and leave. Take care. I nod. Get in the van and Carl's coming with us. Something feels off today. Good morning, Celia. Hello, Dala. So what is today's case? Just some investigation work. Found an android dressed up in the enemy uniform around one of the gates to the refineries. And why are we involved in this? The android got no data and doesn't even have a working brain. Investigation team couldn't find anything, so they want you to take a look at it. I still think this has nothing to do with us. So, how was yesterday? Cole looks up at Dala in the corner of her eye while he keeps driving. Good? Why are you asking? I don't know. Everything went well? Could it be that she knows what happened yesterday? Dala told me to trust her, but I wouldn't put it past them to watch me if they knew I had Mara. But if that's the case, why don't they just take her away? Everything was fine, Dala. What about you? How was your day? Great. Carl concentrates once again on the road. Mayor ordered me to look around the desk of every agent. I've been feeling paranoid ever since she found that fourth generation android. Wasn't exactly a 4th gen, technically speaking. Did you find anything interesting? No, but I did discover that some agents keep pornographic magazines in them. Magazines? That's weird. I buy those when the network is full of porn. Well, we monitor their search terms, don't you remember? Found a few magazines in Kyle's desk too. Of course Kyle would have it. Now that's interesting. Can you explain yourself, Kyle? I don't use that desk that much. Probably belonged to the guy who used it before me. There's Vega's desk. Yeah, that might explain it. Arrive at their destination. There are a few agents guarding the area, while others are inside the sewer pipes connected to the factory. The whole place is a mess. Android is completely destroyed and scattered all over the floor. Help the investigation team look for any clues. Set the huge wall that divides the border of the Yellow Sea. It's a titanic construction. The scribble on top of the android's corpse. Walk closer and touch the paint. It's almost dry, with a few somewhat fresh patches. Do you see the graffiti? Don't get it. White Cat disappeared years ago. Maybe they still have a few members out there. No, this isn't like them. White Cat was known for doing huge attacks, not for beating up androids. Does the android have anything left we can use? I think Kyle was right, there's nothing left. It's beta sentineless. Left their signature and left. All vicious. Don't think we could get anything from this. What do you want me to put on the report? Tell them there's nothing left in the android and there's nothing we can do. It was probably a radical group, and another team should investigate the area to see if they left any clues. That's it? Do you have any suggestions? Don't have any cameras here, nor distant network connections. Could try to look for hairs, fingerprints and whatnot, but this doesn't concern us anymore. Why would they do something like this? People are still losing their loved ones to the war. War against machines that we're losing. What I find strange is that things like this don't happen often. Or happen more often. This war is making the Empire move backwards. And hate is coming back in full force. People are avoiding against mechanization. Nothing makes sense anymore. They're afraid. It's an unfounded fear. Can't avoid technological development. I thought we were past this. There really isn't anything we can do here anymore, and we should start working on the case. Oh wait, I'll stay here until the end of my shift. We should go back to the station and... Dalla, would you like to talk for a bit? Carl can take care of the report for once. Sure. Dalla. Carl, I thought I was the one in charge here. Can hear the agents that were keeping guard in the air and chuckling. Carl goes back to the van to fill the report. I don't admit, it feels good to humiliate him. You wouldn't like him ever since the day we met. Hey, Dalla, do you have HoloNet? I do, but I rarely use it. Filter restricts their networks, so I cannot connect it to it from there. Let's use it now then. Going to make a private virtual room and invite you. Join. Then close your eyes. Okay. Dalla? Wow, this is amazing. We can talk here, nobody can hear us. Right, though I don't think it's too safe to go around talking with my eyes closed. Don't worry, I'll tell you if anything happens. Hey, you also don't share Velta goals, so why are you working for them? Well, that's not entirely true. Come on, Carl can't hear us here. Open up. I mean, they are the only ones who gave me a chance. That's sad. You're a good girl. Why don't you talk to me about your little undercover operation? I know you're spying on me. There's not much I can do about it, but if you keep bugging me, I will eventually find a way to get rid of you. I know Velta. Worked for them a while ago. I already know that. I'm sorry. Can't say anything else. It's fine, it's not you're worried about. Really popular with Velta's security teams, did you know? Really? Popular? Yes, Sealer the Witch. They always talk about your covert operations. How you fought against the fourth generation. I wouldn't say I'm flattered, but all that popularity has been useful for jack shit. Still here wasting my talents on trash team. No offense. I don't get it, to be honest. Why are you here? What happened? It's just not something I like to talk about. I understand. What have you heard? Heard that you fell in love with an... Whatever, I don't want to hear it. Lock out and tap Dalla on the shoulder so she can open her eyes. I think we'll head back home, Dalla. My apologies. I didn't want to make you remember that. Don't worry, I can't really do much here anyway. You're right. Take care, Celia. Everyone seems to know my story pretty well. Didn't know that. Crap. Think I might pay Yoko a visit. Could use some venting. Take a train. There's only one other person inside. Their face seems familiar. Celia? Conrad. One and only. It's been a while. Thought you would have gotten yourself killed by now, or something like that. You're just as nice as ever. Also, I'm not corporal anymore. They promoted me recently. I'm a sergeant now. So you're the one in charge of my unit? Yes, so it's no longer your unit. Yeah. No, we don't judge you for what happened. Maybe one day you could come back with us. Joel is fine. Joel always says that you're feeling love deprived. Could have asked him. Shut your fucking mouth, Conrad. Maybe you're not under my orders anymore, but I can still destroy you. Ha, you mad at me? Clench my fist and look into his eyes. Times change, Celia. Maybe one day they see you as some kind of pioneer. Yeah. So, what are you up to now? It's none of your business. Heard you're negotiating now. I mean, not as exciting, but you can still work with androids. Leave me alone. Why don't you just quit? Well, I wish you the best of luck in whatever you do. I have to get off here. Hope you do well, Celia. Well, that was a lovely interaction. Don't even glance at him when he leaves. To be honest, I completely forgotten about him and the rest of the team. It's funny, they played such a big role in my life at some point. Train has arrived at my station, so I'll not try to think about it too much. I'm heading to Yoko's store, so I walk by the shopping district. Display windows catch my eye, and once I get close to I see a familiar looking silhouette. Is that Mara? Mara? Celia, what are you doing here? I just got out of work. I was going to see Yoko. Why? I have to lecture her about the mess she got me into. I was window shopping. You know how much I like it? I didn't know you had left work so early, but it's better this way. I told you, I would try to get out early. Guess this is how she entertains herself while I'm away. I should have known she wouldn't stay at home the whole time. I'm fine, I'm not in a hurry. Can I go with you? Okay. Please, I don't care if you two argue. She deserves it. Fine. I start walking again, this time with Mara by my side. Still focused on her window shopping, she really likes to stare at them. But we finally arrive at Yoko's shop. It's closed. She's probably in her apartment. Let's go there. Wouldn't that bother her? Probably. Take some tiny stairs located to the right of the building. Take us to the back entrance. The apartments are really fancy. Okay, definitely can't complain about quality of life. Take the elevator to the upper side and knock on the door. Hey, what are you two doing up here? It's a funny way of saying hello. Hey, Yoko. I was surprised. So, come in. Walk into her apartment and sit down next to a small coffee table in the living room. So, why'd you come here? What do you think? I ain't sick, if that's what you think. I just closed the store because I didn't feel like working today. How professional. Anyway, I didn't come here for that. Why didn't you tell me that good friend of yours was Sal? Do you think that was a good idea? Of course not. So, Mara, how are things going with that dumbass? Well, good. I have a lot of fun there in the warehouse. What do you mean, of course not? Fine, sorry about that. Hey, Mara, why don't you get us something to drink? Maybe some coffee, tea, whatever. Alright. Mara leaves my side and heads to Yoko's kitchen. Goes through every single cabinet and checks every household appliance she finds. I think drinks will take a bit too long. I'm pretty sure that's what Yoko wants. How come she's so compliant with you? She really listens to me. Fear is a powerful weapon. That doesn't matter now. Two are really cute, by the way. Just like the two little lovebirds. What? Wait, don't change the subject. We're talking about Sal. So close-knit, but don't worry, your secret is safe with me. Secret? What are you talking about? You know, relationships with androids are outlawed. Amara is special. Oh, I get why you like her so much. I ain't gonna tell the police on you, don't worry. That's enough, though, to be honest, I found it very easy to start treating her like a human. That's because deep down, you always wanted to trust her. All we needed was a reason to look at her differently. You wanted to believe she was the right one. You found out about Project Mara. Gave you enough reasons to do so. Where's the lie, though? She's so different. Sure she is, but if you ever have any doubts about her, you wouldn't have believed everything so quickly. You always liked androids, and always will. Anyway, then come here so you can give me relationship advice. Ain't gonna apologize about what happened with Sal. Since both of you are here, I assume things went fine. Yoko, I know that you know him. Who is he? Please, try being honest for once. You're wrong. Ain't heard nothing about him in a really long time. Done a really good job with her. It's a lot more important than you think, you know. Taking care of the first android with real feelings. And everything would have been so much easier if you told me from the very beginning. I think she looks pretty happy. Don't think about it too much. Hey Yoko, do you ever feel guilty about things you've done? Just when I know I've done something wrong, now you two are a thing. Why don't you take her out for a drink at one of my clubs? The small one I used to frequent at a while ago. She's usually pretty empty in the afternoon and was really charming. Take her there, she's gonna like it. Send you the address on the holonet. Don't like that she keeps on changing the subject and avoiding my questions. Mara comes back. She clumsily carrying a tray of 3 cups. Thankfully, they all arrive in one piece. Celia, I didn't know what you want, so I made us tea. Made some tea for us. Tea is fine. Coffee leaves a nasty aftertaste. Oh, at least a nasty aftertaste. Yoko's giving me a suggestive look. She acts like she doesn't care, but she actually loves to gossip about everyone's lives. Must be enjoying this. Is it still too hot? Be careful. No, it's fine. Yoko's smoke grows even wider. Granny is about to split her face in 2 at this rate. So, Mara, what do you do while Celia is away? Well, I take care of my garden. Garden? Taking care of a plant she's keeping at home. Don't think you can call it a garden. I listen to Celia's music, watch TV, play with the computer, go out for a walk, pet our neighbor's plastic sheep, go to the store. Okay, I see you have fun. There's so much to do in the city. How could I get bored? Besides, I got my own keys and Celia's permission, so I can go wherever I want. You're giving her your house keys? Are you sure about that? Yes, unlike you, I couldn't keep her inside all day, trapped like an animal. Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really take good care of you, but what can you do? It doesn't matter anymore, since I won't have to live with you ever again. Hey, no need old grudges. I'm just not good at taking care of others. Yeah, we can tell. I second that. Still, be careful if you go around the borders. Things are getting weird with White Cat. I think it's because of the war. I know what you're talking about. We don't really go over there. But I don't get all the sudden android hate. The war started over a year ago. Well, I heard the Empire had a retreat from conquering the desert because this huge army of thousands of robots attacked them. And of course, that led to some distrust for the most conservative people, who just happen to live near the border. Seems like a few idiots are trying to imitate White Cat, but they're just some petty thugs. That's what happened. Me and Yoko is not an issue, but Maru Mara isn't exactly good at defending herself. Even though there's almost no difference between her and a human, I should be careful with her. Thought we'd gotten past that. I've been living with androids for over 20 years. I know, I thought the same. Just try to be careful. Mara absentmindedly listens to our conversation. She couldn't care less about it. Is there anything she actually worries about? Since it doesn't seem to bother her, I won't try to induce her fear, so I suppose I would try to downplay this. Still, there isn't a single thug who can scare me. I've never been scared of you. Now that I think about it, even if you refuse to tell me anything, you still owe me an apology for lying to me again. I am sorry. Enough? Shaw is an interesting guy, don't you think? I'm not sure if interesting is the right word to describe him. Couldn't have been so bad. They attacked us. You're exaggerating. Oh, yeah. Don't worry, Mara. I know Celia and how jumpy she can get. Cell tends to invade other people's personal spaces. I guess that doesn't help either. Maybe if you told me who I was seeing from the very beginning, nothing would have happened. If you did, you wouldn't have. If I did, you wouldn't have gone and Mara would still have a broken ear. Sure, like you care about Mara. I think they treated us well. They were nice. See, Celia, you need to trust people. Of course, I am the problem. Hope I never had to go there again. Mara's throwing herself on the couch. She looks tired. Still, he ain't just a hacker. Sal is some kind of overlord beyond the Yellow Sea. Every time I go there, I hear more and more things about him. We already talked about this. Going to get in a lot of trouble if you keep working with those people. Imperial authorities are keeping an eye on everyone. They don't hesitate to charge anyone who might cooperate with rebels for treason. Oh well, at least I could fix Mara. Okay, but I ain't no rebel. So if you ever need my help again, I'm gonna be here. I really hope not. Can you tell me how you met him again? I told you. He contacted me first. Asked for a favor and asked what he'll want in return. Had a couple of gigs together but that's it. Turn to look at Mara again. She's dozing off. Growing extremely bored of this. Should take her back home. Head back home, Yoko. Try not to get me into too much trouble for now. Get away from that guy. Hey, I ain't gotten you into any trouble. I helped you. Try to use more conventional ways to help then. Mara is anything but conventional. You gotta get used to resorting to stupid strange ways to keep her safe. If you say so, see you soon. Wrap my arms around Mara's shoulder and carefully guide her away from the apartment to the elevator. She's still drowsy and takes small, slow steps. I call a taxi. I think she would like to walk around the train station. It's cold, so I go in my coat. Can't help but fall asleep again. Hopefully she didn't get drugged or something. Although I don't think it had much effect on a robot, or android, or whatever. Once we arrive home, I take her in my arms and lay her down on the futon. Change my clothes and lie down next to her. It's still early, but I have work tomorrow, so I don't mind sleeping a bit earlier. Fear. One day before the Synergia incident. We're nearly there. Does it maybe knowing, yeah, I know we're not going to be on a radio with that in time. Once they ride to pick me up, I say goodbye tomorrow and leave. But something is different. When I get inside the van, no Dollar isn't there. Hey, where's Dollar? Need no help in another division, so I took her to the laboratories. Shit. I guess she was being too nice to me and Velton noticed. Just hope she's alright. Why did you take her there without asking me first? Didn't you think of asking what I thought about it? You're a squad leader, but both Dara and I are part of Filter Labs. Remember that. Go fuck yourself. Way too tired for this crap. Can't stand how bland this work gets, but I refuse to let them investigate or persecute me in any way. So, what's today's case? Guard android. The police in the area haven't been able to deactivate it. Household has passed away, they need to clean up the place. Good. Seems easy enough. Spend the rest of the trip thinking of the reasons for Vilta to come after me. Could it have been something to do with Sal or Mara? Or maybe Yoko? Not like there's too many options. Across the district border again, getting right into the refuge area. What are you doing here? You're not in charge of this place. All the teams in the area are busy, so they automatically signed us to this job. Automatically? That definitely sounds like the work of the hacker again. Have to stay alert. Finally reach our destination. It's an older neighborhood in the east side. All the immigrants from the eastern areas live here. The hell is this? Since when are androids legal in this district? People here shouldn't even be able to afford them. I know, it's strange. Call you from the building across the street. Cal takes a sniper rifle and leaves. Get into the building, stairs are narrow and I can barely fit on it. Still, I can't help but like this place. Reminds me of something, though I'm not sure what. Find the android just after crossing the door. Oh, you're an interesting robot. Or android, I should say. Welcome, Celia. I suppose I don't have much time until your buddy positions himself. Samurai? Goddamn samurai? I suppose you already know who I am. Android was created to serve this family, but your friend lent it to me. Needed it more than ever. Look, I don't know what you want from me, but I'm not coming with you. I'm sure as hell won't give you Mara. I know, but they have different plans for you. Tonight is the night. Make sure Mara is ready. Don't let them catch you off guard. Okay, that's not an ominous warning at all. What are you talking about? I should just deactivate you right now. Keep walking towards her. You know, last time at the factory kinda left me wanting more. I'm growing tired of your crap. Celia, almost there. Is everything alright? Everything is going fine, don't worry. In that case, I will have to stop you. I really do want to hurt you, but I need this body. Very close to the android. He already unsheathed his sword and is on guard, ready to defend himself. The one who makes the first move, striking vertically. Too bad for him. Been trained to dodge edged weapons, definitely avoided attacks. I already feel my protocells working. Tonight, I need this body to protect you. Don't know what you're talking about. Don't need anyone to protect me. Sword clashes against my metal arm without leaving a trace. Blade is completely dull. It's holding back. All this is happening because you refuse to come with me. Me? Trusting a rebel hacker? In your dreams. Chasing his approach. Now instead of making me waste my time, he's trying to run away. Oh, okay, we get a choice here now. Sure, let's go after him. Andre walks to one of the windows, but I managed to grab him by the neck. Very heavy, definitely a combat model. Barely stop him, but I succeeded in making him turn around. Throws me to the floor, but I roll and stand up on my feet once again. Pull my gun and shoot him in the legs. No, you gotta screw everything up. Bullets barely wounded his car, so he's still able to walk towards the exit. Just when he's about to leave, I hear a loud gunshot. The back suddenly shatters into a million pieces. Got you, Celia. Are you okay? What happened? Fine, the android turned hostile. Come, wait for me inside. So then wait for Kyle. Maybe I jumped the gun a little bit, but there's no turning back now. Now I know why this place looks so familiar. It was Yoko's old house. Ooh, interesting. I wonder why they brought me here then. Been years since the last time she was here. Too much of a coincidence. No Yoko's behind this and everything that has happened so far. Yeah, she's definitely involved in this somehow. Seems like everybody's involved in this. Making me a little nervous. Celia, I've already informed the headquarters. They're sending a tech team and some backup. Are you okay? You're bleeding. Yes, there's nothing. Probably cut myself when I was struggling with the android. Going to call an EMT. Stayed there for a few hours, analysing and going through the android's body. Model from a few years ago, high-end one. Top of the line when it comes to combat androids. Could have easily crushed me if he wanted, but he didn't. Carl's rifle must have been really strong to make him explode like that. What can lead this place to see Dalla walking into the building? Oh, you must have knocked off from the other thing then. Ah, hello Celia. Dalla, I was surprised I didn't see you before. I had to help out with something at the labs, but I'm back now. Did you miss me? Yeah, surprisingly. Glad to know they didn't kick you out. But Carl and I will eventually leave. Please remember that. I know. Whenever that happens, maybe we can hang out, just the two of us. Only if you want to, of course. Yeah, why not? Please rest. I can tell you have been really busy today. Kyle can fill me in. Take care. They finally let me go back home. Once again, my exit is interrupted by someone. No walking in the building. Yoko. Whoa, what a surprise. It's my old house. Came as soon as I heard something was going on here. Combat android went crazy. Was it yours? Of course not. Woke up to Yoko and grab her by the jacket. Try to lift her off the ground, but I give up as soon as I remember she's a cyborg and weighs 100 pounds. Yoko, I've had enough of this bullshit. Tell me what's going on, right now. Celia. Let go of her jacket, but I stay close to her. Would tell you if I knew anything, I swear. My best friend. Would never put you in danger. Doesn't matter who asked me to. You sure about that? After everything I've been fucking put through. I think you put me in enough danger more times than I count. Let's say you're telling me the truth. Then what's going on here? Knowing that android was yours, can't convince me that it appeared in your house by sheer coincidence. Fine, the android was mine. But he was there to protect my parents. I was the one who put her in charge a few years back. I was afraid something would happen to him. But my parents died some time ago. And you left the android here, alone? Yeah, I completely forgot about him. Shit. Celia, just trust me for once. Wouldn't be so hard to trust you if you hadn't lied to me every time I asked you about what was going on. You can trust me now. I'm telling the truth. Fine. So, what are you going to do now? Neither the house nor the android have any traces of me. I just came here to see what was happening. There's nothing to worry about. Get on my bike. I'm gonna give you a ride home. Okay, well thanks, I guess. Hear Mara screaming for help when I get inside. Run to see what's happening. She's still lying in bed. Oh, fuck. Mara, you're fine. So yeah, thank goodness she came back early. Woke up and realized I couldn't move at all. I can't take this coat off of me. I put my coat over yesterday, and the security system activated since then. Electromagnetic meshes interfering with Mara's body. Can't help but laugh. Got worried about nothing. Oh, thank Christ. What are you laughing about? Get me out of here. I wipe a few tears from the corner of my eyes and bend down next to her. Can't. You need to relax so the fabric unblocks itself. Or just wait until it runs out of battery. Especially made to block android attacks. How can I relax when I'm trapped here? And stop laughing. Sorry. I sit next to Mara and pull her towards me. I stroke her head, hoping that helps her calm down. Mara stays completely silent, After a few minutes, the curtain blocks itself, though I keep caressing it for a bit longer. To be honest, I feel calm right now as well. It was almost liberating. I had a tough day today. Things are getting ugly. Don't know who, but we might need to leave this place. I only hums in response, to let me know she's listening to me. She's so relaxed she can't even speak. If I keep doing this, she'll pass out again. Aren't you scared? You can find a new place to live. Start everything over. Ara sits up all of a sudden and gazes at me. We finally get a kiss! Fuck yes! Kissing me on the lips while my eyes are still wide open. I stand in complete disbelief. Chest is full of mixed feelings, but none bigger than fear. What the hell are you doing? You can't do that. Why not? It's illegal. Do you have any idea what trouble we can get into? I will not let this happen again, so don't you dare. She did it again anyway. It's not like we were already in a bunch of fucking trouble anyway. Ara stands on her tiptoes and kisses me again. I love you, Celia. Loved you ever since I entered your house, actually. Knew I loved you even before I met you. I tried to say something, but not a single word can leave my mouth. I just feel like crying. Can't hold it anymore. Start drowning in my own tears and sob. Mara pulls my hand to make me sit down next to her. Next to her again. I wipe my eyes and carefully take off my coat before bending down to her height. She's still waiting for a reply. No one can know about this, okay? Know what? You know what I mean. I just want you to see it. Nobody can know we're together. Does that mean you love me too, even if I'm an android? Nod my head, tears threatening to fall again. What do you mean you knew even before we met? Remember your dream, the recurring one? I know what it means. What does that have to do with anything? We're chasing someone in the rain. Then you aim your gun and ask them to stop. Yes. Who are you chasing? I don't know. Never seen their face. I know you can remember. Just try to. There's two people. No, wait. A human and an android. Both members of your old squad. One of them betrayed you. How do you know that? You shot them. You were completely terrified. You had to see what was happening. In the end, both of them died. Both of them decided to hide it and baptized you against your will to prove your innocence. It's true, all of it. Buried it deep inside my mind. Just didn't want to remember it. But what happened? How could Mara know? They hacked the android. It seduced you, and you fell in love with it. How do you know all this? Very people know. I read it some time ago in the Delta Labs records. They created me, remember? Did you know who created you all along? Uh-huh. Can't understand a thing. Celia, I'm sorry I lied to you, but it wasn't really my choice. You also have to forgive Yoko. She was working with us from the very beginning. Us? What do you mean? Does anyone ever tell me the truth? I understand that you feel frustrated, but you aren't yourself. I've always been reluctant heroine, but heroine after all. Please, take this. Mara puts her palm in front of me, with a red pill in her hand. You've been under the suggestion of the Empire for many years. Knew there was something wrong with you when I saw you had those nightmares. Please, take it. How do I know if you're telling me the truth? This isn't some kind of sleeping pill, or even poison. Don't give me that. I know you trust me. That's what led me to make this decision. Told me earlier about moving somewhere else, didn't you? If I told you that I'd planned the same thing for a long time. Take the pill and put it in my mouth. I swallow. Thank you. It'll take a few hours to work. The pills are designed to remove the propum from your blood. Soon the doubts, the anxiety, and everything that anguished you would disappear. Well, maybe not everything, but you'll be yourself again. Okay, I put my trust in you. I can only hope that you're not actually like Yoko. Now, tell me the truth. Won't lie to you again, especially now you've taken a pill. You see, this was all Sal's plan. Sal? Do you know each other? We're brothers. Oh, interesting. So, what, you guys are from the same batch or something? Well, technically we're the same person, but not really. Wait, same person? Yes, I can't tell you much because I myself have been apart from him since I left the capsule. Anyone can answer your questions, that's Sal. I can tell you what I know. Go ahead. Phil's been secretly researching and developing new androids for years. Both Sal and I are the result of that research. Didn't know about this until not long ago. Androids with singularity? Why? Thought the disaster a few years ago taught us a valuable lesson about why they're dangerous. Well, I guess it was too juicy of an opportunity for Velta to miss. Let's just say that one way or another, I ended up developing my own way of thinking without Velta noticing. I also managed to influence all the androids who were with me to help find you. But how they did it is something I don't know. This is confusing. You see, Velta created a new system to control androids with singularity. It's a series of machines that modify our memories, our minds. All I know is that they transform the data into images, which they then implanted into the biobrains of all androids connected to them. Simply introduce my feelings for you into one of them. Next thing I remember is waking up in Yoko's warehouse. But how did you know about me? How could you fall in love with me without even knowing me, meeting me? I felt alone locked up in Velta's facilities. When I got access to the net, the very first thing I did was look for someone to be with. We were booked for a crime as simple as loving an android, so I couldn't help but be curious and look into you. Guess it was love at first sight, because after that I couldn't stop thinking about you. Sounds a little silly, I know. How romantic. She's a stalker. Of course she is. I understand. Well, I don't really understand at all, but I guess it's something. Why did you hide all this from me? You already knew I didn't hate androids, so why lie to me? Well, when I woke up from my lethargy in the transport capsule, Salvador prepared an intricate plan to get you out of the district. So, from the beginning, this has been a rescue plan to escape the Empire? A possible love that has to escape. Well, it sounds like a movie. I know. Sal gave me this pill when we went to get my spare eardrum. Actually, everything's been part of his plan from the beginning. The fact that my ear damage was no more than a very convenient accident. He would have found another way to take us to the docks, and I would have helped him. He offered for me to leave with him. Is that his plan? Didn't sound very effective. No, whether or not his plan has worked is something I don't know. But I do know that he's going to... But I do know what he's going to do now that you refuse to go with him. Well, if he had told me all this, maybe I wouldn't have refused outright. Exactly what I told him. That's why I'm telling you. Now that he knows that you're not going with him for good, he's probably going to go to plan B to get you out of here. Probably don't have much time left before Velta breaks into this apartment to arrest us. Should have said all this before. In that case, it would be best to look for a safer place to stay. You're so determined now. Pill must be starting to take effect. Sorry if I didn't want to wait to be captured for trying to escape from the Empire. Don't really feel like being declared a traitor. I'd agree with you, but we better stay here for now. No Sal's working on something, but if we move, we might make it more difficult. After all, it's impossible to move around the district without Velta knowing where you are. Without Sal's help, we'd be caught in a second. I can contact Yoko. If there's anyone who can get us out of here without being seen, it's her. Remember, Yoko's already working with Sal. If you ask her for help, she'll probably just tell you to wait here. I can't just sit around like this knowing they're coming for me. Well, we could enjoy the moment a bit. Seem very calm considering all that's coming. Actually, I feel protected when I'm simply with you. That's why I'm listening to everything Sal asks of me. I really want to escape from this place with you. What are we supposed to do once we get out? We need a new home, a job. I'm sure for someone with your talents, that would be easy to find. You could go to one of the many rebel cities. I don't know if that's exactly what I'm looking for. But we have time to think about it at least. Wait, do you and Sal work with the rebels? Well, I don't work with anyone, but I think Sal's been collaborating with the rebels since he started planning everything. I don't know if that's a good idea. Why would the rebels help an Imperial? I don't know. I think they're more interested in the secrets that new androids like Sal and I hide. After all, we're a big threat to their plans. I think Yoko mentioned something like that. Brains are impossible to hack. That's right. I've said it before. It's not my main intention to work with them. I simply want to escape from here with you. How noble. How did I get into all this? Great changes are coming to the Empire, and I feel at the center of all of it. It's me who's at the center of everything. The impression I had on you is changing pretty fast. And do you like what you see? I still have to decide that. Maybe you're too pumped for me, but I guess I don't have anything better. Hey, it's a joke is a joke. So you manipulated all your friends to come and rescue me instead of just helping them escape? Endanger the integrity and safety of an entire generation of sentient androids just to be with me? I'm selfish. I guess so. I had no choice if I wanted to be with you. Seems that after all, you're not the little angel you pretend to be. Never pretended to be anything. If you thought I was an angel, it's because you got that idea yourself. I suppose. Must be your eyes. As time goes by, I notice how my brain feels clearer. That fog that prevented me from concentrating disappears little by little, and I feel more alive and active. Somewhat restless even. See a shadow at the window. The landscape slightly distorted with the raindrops. No, it's an illusion. Someone is watching us, using thermo-optic camouflage. They're here. Who? Filter. Don't know what they're waiting for, but they're surrounding the apartment. Wow, I was hoping it'd take longer. Guess we can only wait now. No matter how many there are, I doubt I'll have trouble getting rid of them. I just need to take my weapon and... No, it's important that you don't resist. Who knows what they might try if we kill one of their own. Things could get much uglier. Right now, they take us for harmless subjects. We should use that to our advantage. Okay. Well, if we have to wait, why don't you tell me about your childhood? I guess all those times when you told me you had a bad memory, you were lying. I remember it quite well. At the time I never thought my life was bad. In fact, I was happy. After all, I had nothing else to compare it to. You were raised in laboratories, weren't you? Yes, but they weren't the conventional type. It was just a facility where all androids of my generation lived. It was more like a school, only we were very obedient and never made a fuss. Yoko talked about simulations. I suppose you could call it that, but they weren't really anything like real life. In that school, what did they teach you? Androids were divided into groups. Each one learned different things. Can't tell you what the others were doing, but my classes were in botany. Botany? That's weird. Use special black seeds and plant them into the sand. They had to be watered with a concrete liquid mixture. Then they grow without requiring water. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. Does it? Yes, training androids so they can plant in an environment as hostile as sand. That's a coincidence. They're training you to resort to reforest the desert. Wow, that sounds like a very noble job. I'd be very much better than being a soldier. Imagine that as Velda's intentions. See, humanity came to this planet and established the colonies. Had the intention of terraforming it. Atmospheric generators produce real rain. They were installed shortly after arrival, but the project to repopulate the soil was a complete failure. Nothing that can grow in the strange chemical composition of the deserts here. That's why we live in these wood cities. Aha. It was strange that you were able to grow something in that pot of yours. So Velda plans to reforest the planet? Sounds like a pretty ethical purpose. No, Velda couldn't care less about the planet. If they launch a new generation of androids capable of fulfilling one of the humanity's wishes for hundreds of years, possible that people would refuse. Interesting, but I still find it to be a great effort to improve their reputation. After all, my generation has been in development for years. Right, must be missing something. Well, I've told you a lot about myself, practically everything. Haven't lived as long as you have. That job of yours, sure you have many interesting anecdotes from it. Why don't you tell me some of them? Sure, it's refreshing to be able to talk to someone about this. In fact, I think you already asked me about my work before, right? Yes, but you did want to talk about it. That was partly due to the effects of Paul Palm. They turned you into a passive person if you hated work, because it's designed to eliminate any kind of aggressive feelings. The cost of wiping out your personality. Doctors said they were a new type of supplement for my prosthesis. That's normal. I trust my doctor too. Not that you shouldn't, but it's just in the city. Almost everything is corrupt. Speaking of prosthesis, why don't you tell me about it too? There's not a lot to say about my arm. Looks like a civilian model to the naked eye, but it's actually an old military model. Don't be fooled by the word old. It's very reliable and one of the best I've ever had. It weighs equal that of my right arm to avoid any kind of back problems. But at the same time, it uses a wrist projection system that gives me the same strength as a combat android. Structure and composition is like one of a human bone, though. In spite of being very resistant, its interior is hollow. Oh, now I feel safer. Very good weapon. It's helped me win hand-to-hand encounters I've had. You were part of a unit that dedicated to neutralizing androids without destroying them, weren't you? Not exactly. Many years ago, I was part of Empire's Special Operation Corps, in a group called Ghost Team. It's true that we specialize in the use of non-lethal forms of force, but sometimes there's nothing left but to neutralize your opponent. I understand, but at least you tried. Sounds better than it is. The Empire never had contemplation for life of androids. I was frowning. Don't look at me with that face. You might be a sentient android, but the generations that came before you had been nothing but machines without consciousness. The only reason we tried not to destroy androids was because they were very expensive and difficult to make, so the owners wanted them back in the best possible condition. That, of course, has changed over the years, and now that androids are mass-produced like any other project, Ghost Team lost one of its main functions. One? What other functions did your team have? Cyborgs have been around much longer than androids. Our team has also neutralized cyborgs with legal prosthetics. Cyborgs are people, so they have rights, unlike androids. Was it dangerous? Very dangerous. Some of the cyborgs were strong enough to crush you with one hand. That was if they didn't carry some kind of weapon. They were also very much unpredictable than androids, and more dangerous. I thought androids were the most dangerous. Aren't they able to process information faster? Only in some senses. The two opponents reach the limit of their capabilities. The result of their confrontation is only based on their decision-making. That is to say, if you're able to predict your opponent's next move and act accordingly, could defeat him without giving him time to react, no matter how powerful he may be. That was the basis of most of the Ghost Team's training. Fighting androids was easy. Android has unparalleled aim, strength, and agility, and it's incredibly predictable. You'll be able to choose the best option, and once you predicted, all you have to do is ambush him or use his strength against him. Over time, androids were designed to be more unpredictable and choose options that are not optimal in effort to appear more realistic. It's made them more effective in large-scale conflicts, but their effectiveness against specialized teams dropped. Humans, however, are more unpredictable. When you give them the capabilities of an android by augmentation, they become an immensely greater threat. Yoko's a cyborg, right? And a dangerous one. Unlike androids, cyborgs have only become more and more dangerous over time. Its implants have improved. I doubt the techniques we used 10 years ago still work. And where does that put me? Well, you're neither. I saw your interior. I can see that you have blood flow and a natural brain. That is, you are a bioroid. So why does everyone call me an android? First glance, you can't distinguish an android from a bioroid, but the latter has parts of its body made from organic matter. Never seen a bioroid with natural brain, so you're especially a unique specimen. Thank you. This means you got the capabilities of an android, and you can't be hacked. At least not completely. Hacker will never be able to take control of your body. Most, he'll be able to disable you or manipulate you, just like he would a human. Bioroid can be altered with chemical substances. That's extremely expensive. Producing bioroids also costs a lot. Wonder how Velda managed to create so many without going bankrupt. Remember seeing other androids like you, carrying capsules with a strange amniotic fluid, as if they were fetuses in the womb. How disturbing. No big deal, it's a method that's been used before with human babies, but never with bioroids. In short, I'm the ultimate machine? Well, you're not, you're pretty weak. For some reason they designed you with a skinny body. Wonder if someday you'll stop insulting me. I'm just saying that to be a perfect machine you need a resistant body like a combat android. If I gave you that, you'd be something extremely dangerous. Android is unique and autonomous as a human being, capable of being hacked and with the force of a tank. Afraid to even think about it. Now that I remember, why did Sal want my blood? I have no idea. Not as much as you do about that. Don't have a magic method to talk to Sal. He's the one who contacted me, with terminals, phones, whenever you went home. I see. There a noise behind the front door. Oh shit, now they're here. What's that? What was that? Probably Velda soldiers decided to act. So that means Sal's going to do it? Do what? Next part of his plan. Celia, promise me you won't fight them, okay? Alright. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. Yeah, I was about to say, that didn't sound good. Hear a big explosion. Floor trembles and lights go out for a few seconds. Look out the window. The whole city's dark and I catch a glimpse of a huge column of smoke and fire on the horizon from the industrial zone. Turn around, Mara's lying on the floor with her eyes blank. Uh-oh. Mara? Still breathing, I can feel her heartbeat, but her body doesn't respond. Shake her and try to wake her up, but it doesn't work. What's going on? Did you think it'd be a good idea to tell me about this first? Turn on the TV. The broadcast of a documentary is cut to make way for breaking news. Breaking news. A series of explosions have just occurred throughout the district's industrial area, which is currently under the control of Delta Labs in the States. Security forces are already headed to the sites. Causes of the explosion are currently unknown, but it's believed that they could be related to the rebel hacker known as Sal and the defector Celia, former district security agent.